Jerusalem, Palestinian protests waned in the occupied West Bank and in the Gaza Strip on Sunday while violence flared near the U.S. Embassy in Beirut over U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. 4 days of protests in the Palestinian territories over Trump's announcement on Wednesday had largely died down, but his overturning of long-standing U.S. policy on Jerusalem, a city holy to Jews, Muslims and Christians, drew more Arab warnings of potential damage to prospects for peace in the Middle East. Our hope is that everything is calming down and that we are returning to a path of normal life without riots and without violence, Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman said on Army radio. But Abu Dhabi Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the de facto leader of the United Arab Emirates, said the situation threatens to stoke violence. The US move could throw a lifebuoy to terrorist and armed groups, which have begun to lose ground in the region, he said. In Beirut, meanwhile, Lebanese security forces fired tear gas and water cannons at protesters, some of them waving Palestinian flags, near the US Embassy. Demonstrators set fires in the street, torched US and Israeli flags and threw projectiles towards security forces that had barricaded the main road to the complex. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Along Israel's tense frontier with the Gaza Strip, the Israeli military on Sunday destroyed what it describes as a significant cross-border attack tunnel dug by the enclave's dominant Islamist group, Hamas. There was no immediate comment on the demolition, which came as Palestinian factions tried to meet Sunday's deadline for an Egyptian-mediated handover of the Gaza Strip by Hamas to Western-backed President Mahmoud Abbas after a decade's schism. Pre-dawn Israeli airstrikes in the Gaza Strip on Saturday killed 2 Palestinian gunmen after militants fired rockets from the area into Israel on Friday. In the Indonesian capital Jakarta on Sunday, thousands protested outside the US Embassy, many waving banners reading "Palestine is in our hearts." Leaders in Indonesia, home to the world's largest Muslim population, have joined a global chorus of condemnation of Trump's announcement, including from Western allies. Arab foreign ministers who met in Cairo on Saturday urged the United States to abandon its decision and said the move would spur violence throughout the region. Israel says that all of Jerusalem is its capital, while Palestinians want East Jerusalem as the capital of a future independent state. Most countries consider East Jerusalem, which Israel annexed after capturing it in a 1967 war, to be occupied territory and say the status of the city should be decided at future Israeli-Palestinian talks. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reacted to critics in a statement before talks in Paris on Sunday with French President Emmanuel Macron, to be followed by a meeting with European foreign ministers in Brussels. I hear, from Europe, voices of condemnation over President Trump's historic announcement, but I have not heard any condemnation for the rocket firing against Israel that has come, after the announcement, and the awful incitement against us, Netanyahu said.